Okay, so as you can tell by the title of the video, I'm going to be doing a 25 facts about me tag. Is that what it's classed as? These kind of videos have literally been out for like 3 or 4 years, but I'm always late to the party, so yeah. The first fact is that I was born on the 24th of the 4th, 1997. I'm pretty sure it was a Tuesday, not 100% though, which obviously makes me 20 years old. The second fact is that I am from Liverpool, if you couldn't tell by the accent. Somebody, when I was working in Wales the other day, asked me if I was like Irish, and I was like, no. If you couldn't already tell by my channel, maybe like this is the first video you've watched, I am vegan, obviously. I'm currently studying level 3 fashion and photographic and makeup in college, and my course is going to end in around July time. I'm actually really shy. Like when I was like a child, I was like really bubbly, like really out there, like wasn't arsed like with people that I knew, and I still am like that kind of way. And then obviously with strangers I'm a little bit more shy, but I really do believe in the whole like fake it till you make it thing, so I just like pretend I'm confident all the time, and it seems to work pretty well. Fact number 6 is that I have a hidden freckle right here. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see it, but it's my favourite freckle and I like it a lot. I used to play guitar when I was about 7 or 8 years old. I was okay at it. Like I could play like really simple things like Hey Jude, but nothing really else other than that. I don't know why I stopped playing. I kind of wish I continued, but oh well. The first time I dyed my hair was when I was actually in year 6, so it must have been about 11ish. And I went for like a blonde streak in my hair and a blonde fringe. Yep, I was serving looks. As you may know, I love tattoos. I pretty much like, I kind of want to be covered in them, but it's like at the same time, like with me putting on weight, I kind of want to wait until I've lost the weight. Yeah, how many times can I say weight in one sentence? But yeah, I do want to wait until I'm a little bit slimmer so that I can like, you know, see how it is gonna look, and like obviously it's gonna look better, but at the same time, like I really hate waiting when I don't know whether I am gonna lose weight or not. We'll soon see. Fact number 10 is that I'm kind of scared of mayonnaise. Like, I know it sounds really stupid, but this one time, I think I was in year 9, we were in like a cookery class, somebody dropped like a massive, I'm talking like the size of my head size jar of mayonnaise on the floor, and like as it smashed, like the mayonnaise completely like held its shape, and since then it has just completely freaked me out. Like nope, I don't like it, not a fan. I both crave and hate change. Like as you may be able to tell, I dyed my hair blue as like a sort of need to change. Like I needed to do it, I couldn't wait, which is why I did it myself. Like if anybody watching this has like anxiety or depression, like you might understand. Like I needed to do it, and I needed to do it then. Like it had to happen, and I had to do it myself. But yeah, like sometimes I'll crave change, so like I'll want to change my hair, or get a new piercing, or get a tattoo, or do this or do that. And then other times I absolutely hate change because I like to be comfortable, I like to know what I'm doing and stuff like that, so it's a bit of a weird one. I am really squeamish. Like if people talk about things that are like, I don't know, that are just a little bit weird, it really creeps me out. And like I will literally near throw up. Like I'll be like balking, like gonna vomit, I'll feel really faint and really like dizzy and stuff like that. Like it honestly, sometimes I might even cry. Like I can't deal with certain things. Like the main thing being like, obviously I like food, but if the food is not on the plate waiting to be eaten, or in the packet or anything like that, like if it is a if it's just like a bit of food that just is like left over like on a plate or something, like I hate it. I absolutely hate it. I don't know why, it just creeps me out. I don't like it. That's why I hate washing the dishes, because even the thought, I know most people get like grossed out by food touching their hand, but there's been many times where I've cried. Like, I don't like it. Again, if you watch my channel already, you'll probably know this, but I really like singing. It's something that I've done like my whole life. I started lessons when I was in around year 9, must have been about 13, 14, and I just love doing it. Whether I sound good is another question, but I like doing it. Fact number 14 is that I kind of have like constant chest pains and headaches. Like, I mean, I normally get like stress headaches, so it's like a shooting pain in like the back of my head. But like, I've had the same headache now for like 4 or 5 weeks and it just won't go. Sometimes it just does that. And I do get quite a lot of chest pains with like costochondritis and anxiety and asthma. Like, it all just kind of adds up. So I don't know what is causing the chest pains sometimes, but they're just there and they're just not gonna go. My first like pet was a hamster. And in order to get this pet, because my parents were very like adamant as a child that I couldn't have any sort of animals or anything like that, I made a PowerPoint about Syrian hamsters. I talked about everything, like their characteristics, their like genetics. I did a complete price guide on how much it would be to get them and how much it would cost to like maintain them, look after them, whatever. And my auntie at the time had a hamster that she didn't really want. It was already 2.5 years old, so it was on its last legs, and I think I had him for around 2 or 3 weeks. His name was Tyson, and I kept the name. Yeah, I had him for about 2 or 3 weeks before he passed away, and I was genuinely like sobbing, like just distraught. Then I got another hamster after that. I got my own, called it Flump. And while I was in this is when I was in high school as well, like I was old enough to like not make a PowerPoint about hamsters, but I did it anyway. Yeah, then I got another hamster, and it just was one of them where I didn't have enough time for it and I just felt really bad, so I gave it to my next door neighbour so that I could still see it. And then when I was 17, I actually got a hamster, and I called it Peaches. Called it Peaches. And it was right next to me on my bedside table. It was really, really cute. It was really, really scared of everything, and I became allergic to either the hamster itself or the hamster's wee. So I gave that to my cousin so that I can still see her. I currently have I currently have a rabbit called Nemo. When we first got him, obviously he was a rescue. Had to be housed individually because he was like scared of everything. Why do I always go for the animals that are scared of everything? But yeah, he was a very scared little guy, so we've like done a lot of work with him and stuff like that, and he's so much more like affectionate now. Like, he will actually come up to you like for cuddles. Like, he's like, give me attention, which is obviously really nice to see, and obviously to see that he's getting better means that I might actually be able to house him with another rabbit in the future, because obviously they're not really supposed to live alone, so that would be brill. The next fact is that I love crisp butties. Now, I don't know whether you know what crisp butties are. I feel like I need to really pronounce the P in crisp butties. They're basically a sandwich of crisps, like perfect one, soft white bread, butter both sides, ready salt crisps on it, bang, so good. Like, it's just so good. I have the perfect plan for if I become rich overnight. Like, I've genuinely planned it out. If I became rich overnight, the first thing I'd do is book a holiday, and I'd do that with a like financial advisor, and I'd pay off like all of my mum and dad's debts and stuff like that, and I would actually want to keep this house. Obviously we might not like live in it depending on how much I actually win, but I would like to keep this house just to be able to come home. Obviously I've grown up here like my whole life, so it wouldn't be actually really sad to like not be here. So yeah, I pay off all my mum and dad's debts, keep the house, make sure that everything in it was like fine and dandy, nothing needed fixing or anything like that. Depending on how much money I had, buy myself a house, buy my mum and dad a house, like buy it, like no mortgage business. Invest the money into other things so that I don't have to worry about stuff, and hopefully actually be able to put it into making a career for myself in like music and things like that, because obviously that's not realistically, it's what I would like to do, but it's not realistic. So if I could do that myself, like that would be pretty brilliant. And then obviously I'd still be working ish and still have like my own career and still be like making money, instead of just like hoping that it didn't run out, you know what I mean? The next fact is that I'm still friends with the people that I went to high school with, even some of the ones that I went to primary school with, like my best friend Lucy, hey, I've literally known her like since reception and we're still best mates. Same with my other friend Ellie, I've known her since year 3. I'm still friends with like even just people that I knew in primary school but I maybe didn't like talk to as much, and then we spoke more in high school and things like that, or even after we left high school. Like I'm still mates with my big group of friends, that's what I'm trying to say. Next one's a little bit morbid. Fact number 20 is that I actually have a phobia of death. Now I didn't really realise this until it must have been when I was about 8 years old, and that's when I had like my first panic attack. It was after I watched CSI, and it was something about like this body hanging on a fan or something like that in a room. And when I went to go to bed that night, I genuinely, like no joke, obviously my eyes were just playing with me, I saw a dead body hanging up on the back of my door. Like I've always had that hook there and it's always had like dressing gown on it. I genuinely saw like a dead body hung on the back of the door. Like I could see it bleeding, I could see it dripping, like shit you not, I saw it, okay? That's when I had my first panic attack, and that's when it sort of kind of got worse. And for a long period of time, every single night when I went to bed, if I started thinking about things too much, I'd start thinking about death too much, I'd have a panic attack, I'd run downstairs to my mum, be screaming, crying, stuff like that. I'd have to try and get back to sleep, she'd have to like sit on the end of the bed and wait for me, all that type of fun stuff. But yeah, I did have quite a lot of like hallucinations and overthought things too much. Like even now I just don't think about it, I'd just rather not, because obviously I don't want to have a panic attack. So just kind of ignore it and just skirt over the subject. Like even now I'm not thinking about it, I'm talking too quickly about too much to actually stop and think about it. Fact number 21 is that I always wear socks. Now, most people think I'm pretty weird for this. However, like I don't like feet. Obviously I know that some feet are okay, they just look normal, they have like normal toes, stuff like that. Like I feel like my feet look normal, but sometimes I don't know, I get like dry skin or stuff and I feel a bit like self-conscious about it. So just to like make it easier for myself, I've literally just always worn socks, like even in bed. I know some people get freaked out and be like, what the hell, you're so weird, but I always wear socks unless I'm in the shower or the bath. I always wear them. Number 22 is like another sort of like panic attack-y type of one, but I love traveling, but I hate airports. It's normally like going through security, even though I know I've done nothing wrong, like I just get really nervous and stuff like that, and it just like puts me on edge. And then as you get through, it's just so like busy and like there's no perfect schedule and I feel like rushed and I don't know what to do. Like literally the past like three or four times I've been in an airport, I've got through security and then just started crying and just not being able to stop it. Like I don't know what it is about airports, but like I don't know. This is another one about crying, but yeah, I cry when I'm like overwhelmed. So even if literally someone just says something really nice about me, like someone could literally say like, oh, you're the best friend I've ever had, and I would like cry about it. Like I don't know why, but I cry really easily. Even if you shouted at me, like, but if you shouted something that was really nice, you could shout like, you're so beautiful, something like that, and I'd still cry. Like I just can't I can't deal with it. I can't deal with being shouted at. I don't know why. Number 24 is that I'm just really open with everyone. Like, literally, if somebody asks me a question, I'm not afraid to answer it honestly. I just find it better to be honest. Like, I don't understand why you'd wanna not be honest. Like, I don't have anything really that I keep like secret. Like, there's nothing really that I wouldn't want to tell people, do you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing like I have a deep dark secret, do you know what I mean? Like, pretty okay with all that stuff. And the last fact is that I used to have a lazy eye. Obviously you can tell my eyesight isn't the best. Like, I don't know how it's not that good, because obviously this is the only eyesight I've ever had, so I don't know how it is compared to other people's. Like, if I take my glasses off, obviously everything's not as sharp, but I never think it's that bad, but obviously it is. And I used to have like a tear in my eye, so it'd be like this. And obviously I didn't have glasses on at that time either. But I went to this like really good like children's hospital called Alder Hey. I used to go there like every single week, and they sorted it out for me, which was brilliant. That is the end of the facts. That was 25 facts about me. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned some fun things. Obviously if you did like the video, give it a thumbs up. I am hoping to actually have a giveaway pretty soon, but I think I might wait until I can, because I'm going to London in July. I think I might wait and see what I can buy in London to put in the giveaway, because I feel like that might be a bit more fun. Obviously stay tuned for that. Subscribe if you want to see more. Ooh. But yeah, other than that, see ya in the next video. Bye.